Would you rather be a wife to a man who has family but can also take good care of you? Would you rather be a wife to this man or you'd stay a side chick? What would you rather be? You might not agree with me, but that is just my opinion. This is just my opinion, guys. Like, I'm not forcing it down your throat, and it's okay. I don't care where you want to side in this life. I don't care what you want to do with your life. So far as you're not killing, so far as you're not causing any harm to other people, I'm cool with you. I'm very open-minded. I'm not going to judge or do anything, but listen to what I have to say. I'd rather be known by a man's family, not just his nuclear family, but his extended family. I'd rather be known by a man's family than to be hidden somewhere in the dark where only the man knows me. Like you are just being obi abakoji juju. You know, when some of these men go for these juju, see how they hide it? You are like the man's juju, sexual toy, but you are hidden in the dark. I don't want to be that kind of person. That is how side chicks are. They are hidden. And even with those that come up and tell the wives, listen, I'm dating your husband, blah, 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 blah. And kosishe. So if the man is a good man and he's taking good care of you and you feel like the connection, the vibe is there and everything, why don't you just settle in for him? Like, what's the big deal? Being a second wife does not demean, does not devalue, does not entail so. It doesn't mean you're cheap. It doesn't mean so. It just does not mean that your price tag is so cheap that a man added you to his wife. No. It's a decision that you made. There are other single there are other people who are married like no more relationship anymore. It's just the wife and the husband and they are not happy. They're having a lot of issues. And there are people who are in the marriages, there are 2, there are 3 wives, and they are so happy. At the end of the day, it depends on the individuals in the marriage. If they're ready to make it work, if your first wife is ready to accept the second wife, that is where the connection comes in. Because I always say that don't become a wife to a man if you have not seeked permission from the first wife. If the man is not able to seek the permission, try and seek permission. And if it does not work, because some of these first wives can go to the extent, they can go to the extreme to do things that will blow your mind. I'm from a polygamous home, so I know what I'm saying. Guys, I don't even want to come and start talking about the spiritual battles my mom had to fight. It's not easy. So I'm saying at the end of the day that if you have seeked permission, if you have spoken to the first wife, that listen, your husband is saying this and he's told me that he has spoken to you about my coming. I am not convinced that he has spoken to you. I want to hear from you that you are okay that I should come. No, that is the only way you can have peace. Sex is something very spiritual. Okay, I think we have heard this 1,000 times, so I'm not even here to come and say all that. But I'd rather be blessed whilst having sex with my husband as a second wife than to be that girl who is just moving from one movie house to one hotel to the other guest house, all in the name of he takes good care of me and I really love him. I'm not into snatch him from his wife. I'm just having a bite. You're having a bite or a cake and I meat pie. I would rather have a piece of my husband as a second wife than to be a side chick. Like, today, especially we Muslims have like those husbands who are very good at the religion and understand how to be very fair with their wives. When they spend 2 weeks with the first wife, they're going to spend 2 weeks, like the other 2 weeks with the second wife. So then when he is at the other end, you're going to prepare. Like, you're going to be in the preparation. Like, okay, next week is going to be my turn. I have to get things set and everything. So you have your own time. You have your own time with your husband. I mean, you're okay being a side chick. Don't attack people who are second wives. Don't say ill stuff about them. As a first child like me, I have a responsibility. My other siblings looking up to me. I'd rather be married than to be seen around with different men, side chicking. And you don't even know if you're the main side chick or you are the side chick. Me cannot know what you're best for 4 years. So why don't you just let this guy wife you? If he's ready, if he has the means, let him wife you. There is more blessing in that. So, coming on the issue of making money, Most of the times when you meet him at the hotel or the guest house or the movie house, of course, after all that is said and done, he's going to tip you off, right? So why don't you become a wife and earn that money halal, like halali? It's not coming to you as a good money, as a legal money, than taking the money that makes it haram. That earning is haram at the moment. Well, this is just my opinion, guys. This is just my opinion. Being a second wife does not make you less of a woman. Get it out of your head, okay? And if you have a good man who wants to second wife you, wife him. Wife him. Wife him. Yes, wife him. And if you're a second wife and you're not prayerful, dear, and your first wife, that's the wife you're going to join, is not good, dear, and you'll tell your sister. Some of the first wives, they can go to the extreme. They'll say that, I suffered with the man. I suffered. I met him when he had nothing. I'm the one who made him who he is today. And he wants to add another woman to me. Who be that babe safe? There's no malam that should not take you into you every day. You are not happy. You keep having miscarriages. You keep like ubi biabe basa. I know what I'm saying. Me, I'll not measure anybody's name because, like I said, my mom had to fight a lot of battles, and I was there. I was the one taking care of my sibling. It was tough. So I am saying again, don't intrude people's privacy, especially when a man comes to you and say that I want you to be my second wife. Seek permission from the wife. Tell him that I want you to call your wife and like me on the phone. Tell your wife about it. Let's talk about it. If she agrees, fine. If she does not agree, please go away. Because if you get into the marriage, you're not going to have any peace. To me, I'd rather die a wife. I'd rather die a second wife, if that's what people tag me as. But I'd rather die a wife than die a side chick. How many people haven't we heard have died in hotel rooms, have had accidents together, or like just say whilst they were with their side whatever. But if it's my husband, I'd rather die in the arms of my husband than in the arms of my boyfriend. Capiche? Choose wisely, please. People, especially some of these guys, they are not people anymore. They are dating you and they are dating thousands of like ladies, and it's sick. Now you don't even know who is even being true to you. So choose wisely and don't be in competition with your first wife. Respect her, be humble to her, be submissive just as much as you are submissive to. Let her be your friend. You guys should talk, do stuff together. You are in no competition. You just married the same man. Doesn't mean you are in competition with more. Then I'm more praying home. At the end of the day, the thing both of you they chop. So that's a competition. Be a second wife and be in your lane. And be a side chick and also be in your lane. Okay? For some of us, we don't mind. I don't condone like polygamy. I don't like it because like I struggled a lot and it wasn't funny. Most of the times I was being the mom to my other siblings because mom was away and it was really, really tough. So polygamy, it has its own advantages, and we know to everything there's a good side and a bad side, of course. And again, make sure the wife you are going to add up to as a second is actually a good person. That's the only thing. If the person is a good person, that's it. But if she's problematic, run for your life. See you in my next one. Be good.